All right, Kenman here, and we've got another live one. A crazy unboxing, something of a proportionary Italianism of excitement, of joy, yeah. I'm not exactly sure where to classify this one today either. It could be one of the, maybe possibly, geez. What is he going on about? Just unbox the damn thing. All right. Okay, fine. Stop messing around. Let's go. Before we start, I'm not sponsored by anyone, and I purchase everything at retail price. I do these videos because I love discussing knives and sharing info and ideas with others. If you have any questions or thoughts, please feel free to comment below. All right. Yeah, found this one. Good deal. Here we are. Let's just go. Interesting bag. I have found my most favoritist way to get into it. And there it is. Bag on the floor. We've got some, it's like packing peanut dust, but there was no... All right. Here it is. Any thoughts? Any guesses? Any... There it is. This is the box that we will look at today. Why am I whispering? Oh, I just got the box. Is it going to bleed out? No, we'll be fine. All right. What is in here with the unknown logo? This is from Purple Dragon. All right. What is this? Is there anything? Okay. There it is. Interesting little filler for the box. Oh, okay. Let's make sure this isn't an oil situation. We are good. Here it is. Oh, the tip fell off. Wink. Not the tip of the knife. Wow, look at this thing. The little protective tip. Mini bag. Protective tip on the floor. All right, yeah, this is just a fun little silly one that I saw and wanted to pick up because it looked just exciting enough. This is made by, wow, ooh. All right, that feels nice. Purple Dragon is the name of the company. This is their brisket trimming boning fillet knife. Basically, it's a boning knife, but they say it's for brisket trimming and fillet. All right, I'm just get that sheath out of here for a little bit. Let's just kind of soak it in for a moment. A little pattern on there. So, what is this Purple Dragon boning knife made of? The blade is a Japanese high carbon steel. They're calling it a 7CR 17 MOV. And it has a Damascus pattern. You know, it's not a Damascus blade, but they've put this, I don't know how they did that. You can feel it. It's almost like a laser etch, but there's some depth to it. Getting real close. It's kind of an interesting kind of a natural fingerprint kind of a pattern to it. It's got the brass bolster right there with the little design work and detail work kind of carved in. Thick, solid, full tang knife all the way to the back. One big piece of that 7CR 17. I don't know how, as far as for using it like in the kitchen, Is that a good steel for that or not? I don't know. Looks pretty nice and straight. That handle is thick. It's got a rosewood. It says D10 rosewood handle. I don't know what that means. If that's maybe it's like stabilized rosewood or it's imitation or what that is. But if anyone comment below D10 rosewood, I can see. This is not an expensive knife. You knew that already. You can see there's a little split right there where it's not completely, I mean, it's pinned. That is not moving, but when they pinned it, that wasn't completely flush on that spot right there. It looks like it's kind of a cutout that's not perfectly straight. And sometimes you see stuff like that. It does feel solid. Otherwise, I don't think that moves or wants to. Nope. And the thickness of that handle, that feels really nice. The thumb sits right out on here. There's no jimps. That's a smooth kind of surface, but the thickness of the brass, along with the blade right there where my thumb sits, that is heavy. So this is like for boning, meat and things like that. So with this, it's like good for piercing and getting right along. You can get that right alongside what you want and then strip that bone clean. Wow, it's kind of a fun little kitchen knife, I guess we could call it. I have done several unboxings of some interesting, more normal looking kitchen knives. I'm not trying to say this isn't normal. Well, this is not normal looking. I mean, this is funky, kind of a weird, crazy look, trying to draw you in with that look. But that blade, that is thick. It's got some good thickness most of the way to the tip, but then it's very thin at that tip. Should pierce, and like I said, for doing some kitchen type work. Yeah. Okay, let me do like a quick, like one of these. Nice little close up. Kind of want to use that pattern idea, that naturalistic kind of fingerprinty pattern maybe for some laser marks that I try to do. Always looking for inspiration and ideas. Okay. I compare everything against the old pyrite. It's a real common folding, great knife. So handle-wise, it's definitely bigger than the pyrite and definitely longer. It's a big knife, but this just gives you a little bit of that scale because you've seen me put the pyrite next to everything. It's a pretty good, solid, standard size comparison blade. But realistically, we are 10. It beats 10. About 10 1/8 overall, including this little bump tip. The blade, well, okay, so this one's an interesting one because some people will say we're going to measure the blade to there. But, some people will say, oh, it's in the middle area there, but look at the way this is designed. I think a lot of people are going to say that's the length of the blade there. But, if then all of a sudden it became a legality issue, like if this was some type of folding knife in some type of area where there are certain laws and restrictions, that they could go and say, oh, I'm going to measure it to there. And they could get you on that, even if you saying you thought it was to there. So who knows exactly in this case what I will say. About the middle is 4.5, 4 3/4. That shortest spot is 4 1/4. Cutting surface goes to right there, so it's close to 5, but not quite. Probably 4 3/4 for the cutting surface, but 5.5 all the way to there. So if someone really wanted to get you, they could say this is a 5.5-inch blade, but you could also say it's a 4 1/4. But it's a kitchen knife, so it's different. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be, even though there is a sheath, maybe we do. Do I want to bring this to the next blade show? Hey, everyone, check out my sweet knife. No, I do not. But it is an interesting little utilitarian type of knife. I'm going to put it in the kitchen, and I'm going to use it. I have knives in the kitchen that are crap. They cost a couple of bucks, and I use them. So why not fill your kitchen up with things like this, and when I have to go cut up that chicken or something, just grab this instead of something else And if it works for a while, it works. And if it stays sharp, it does. If it doesn't, then it's one of those things that I didn't spend too much money on, but I kind of had fun with it. The kid in me will look at this and be like, oh, I will eat dinner with this. Get a really fancy looking 2-prong fork and use this as my dinner knife. I don't know. Now you see a little more inside my brain. What could be a realistic... we'll go ahead and put it in the sheath one more time. We never really looked at that. It fits in there nice. It doesn't really... All right, yeah, if you jam it in there, it stays in all right. Simple. It is leather. It's got that nice little scroll work on there. Not a bad little detail for a sheath. Put it up to the old Buck 119. Beats it. Yeah, the Buck is a true champ. Look at the thickness on that handle. That's a knife. I have loved the Buck 119 since I was a kid. I mean, see this on some Friday the 13th, and just classic. Love it, always loved it. But it's not quite as big as that Buck. Well, okay, I'm going on here. Well, with the channel, got more unboxings coming. A lot of good stuff, mostly folding knives. Out every once in a while, I'm going to open something silly like this. I like to have a little fun here and there. I'll be doing some more die projects, more of the custom laser work. Get back into that scrimshaw as well. That's going to be it for today. If you enjoy what you see, please hit that like button and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Helps me out. I really appreciate it. Should I eat dinner with this? Comment below. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.